Welcome back to another Ball Mania live stream. Corey, unable to join us today, his anniversary, so he'll be back with us on Thursday. Let's hop into a draft room.
You got a little facelift.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks different.
Yeah,
Sharper.
yeah, I like it.
My eyes always take a little bit getting used to when they change. I think the update where they change where the drafts were was not a good update. But
No, I hate how hidden it is on mobile. It's
Yeah, what's it called now? It's like
Original.
Champions or something. Or original, yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Just call it why not?
Also, just call it Best Ball.
You should just have if I
Yes.
designed the app, I would call
Just that.
Yeah, you could call it drafts or best ball, but my tabs would be pick'ems,
Drafts.
or best ball.
It has to be the most money they
account,
get.
bottom right, so you go to your account.
Yeah, it has to be the most money. That has to be more money than the pick'ems. It makes no sense that
No, they make their bread and butter on the pick'ems for sure.
you think more money is bet on the pick'ems than drafts.
Yeah,
really?
just based off of who I've spoke to.
No, I trust your take for sure. That's
their bread and butter is pick'ems.
Because people lose, or because more money is bet on it?
More money that they bring in from pick'ems, just based off of volume or what. They just bring in more money through pick'ems than they do drafts.
Okay.
The drafts are kind of they want to get people that draft to do more pick'ems. I actually got a message from some underdog person because after I did well in that dog bowl, I kept a good chunk of it in the account, so just sitting there, and they're probably we got a whale and he's gonna just dump so many in pick'ems, and it just sits there, and I only use it for drafts. And I got a message saying, why don't you use our pick'ems? I got the 101.
I like my money, thank you.
Yeah,
I was I just like it
as tax free as I can get it.
And I already know underdog limits people fairly quickly.
Do that, and also you're going to put a large majority of that into drafts, so you'd be pulling it out to put it back into the account.
Right. All right. Well, we know how this draft's starting. This would have been a perfect draft to rip packs.
I know.
Yeah, it would have.
I was going to say the last 2 or 3 1 spots I've gotten, I've also landed Tyreek, and it feels like the best combo.
Nice. Jamar Tyreek.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that.
I feel like that combo alone could put up 70 points.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So 20. Oh, at 24.
Yeah, I mean, good value.
Yeah.
Whatever the newest tournament is, the Chihuahua maybe.
Yeah, that's one of the newer ones.
Yeah, the Chihuahua.
Oh yeah, the one you sent.
The Dachshund or the
Dachshund.
Dachshund. I don't know. I was reading it wrong. Those two, I feel like I've gotten insane values. I was showing you I got a Puka Nico team.
So that's a slow draft then, right?
Yeah, I just did all slow drafts.
Nice.
Yeah, I did all slow. I don't forget what I
was
doing.
Those little tournaments, I feel like they max out in 3 days.
So, yeah, way too fast.
So if I know I'm going to max it, I'll just do all slow drafts.
Yeah.
The second I see it.
I planned on doing the fast drafts and just doing 3 at once, but then the holiday weekend, and then I saw how fast it was filling. I'm like, I need to basically just mass enter. So I think I got in 5 fast, and I had to slow draft 20.
Yeah, I just did them all slow. But I've gotten some crazy values.
Oh yeah, those Chihuahua ones, people. It's not as bad as DraftKings, how bad people draft, but people do.
That's got to be because so many more new players are attracted to the low entry tournament, right?
That's why everyone's calling for this puppy. I'm actually shocked there hasn't been a second puppy that's dropped.
I know,
because they've
been pushing hard to try to fill some of those other tournaments because they're just not doing well.
Yeah, like I think they're gonna struggle with the sprint, marathon. Will probably. I guarantee it as it gets closer, and if it's not gonna fill, they're gonna do a ton of promos.
Like the Greyhound's been out there for a while.
That'll fill because
Yeah.
people with the single entry stuff, people try to wait until the most news is available, and then they'll fire once it's getting close.
Yeah.
It's between like 50 and like 75, 80% that is always kind of the slowest in a single entry, but that final like 20% will go by really fast because the people that need to fire it will all chase it before it fills.
Yeah. There's a lot of, I feel like there's a lot more momentum with other apps too. Like Drafters is, I feel like is a lot bigger this year. More people are talking about that.
Yep. And then DraftKings has been doing a major they've gotten a lot of these DFS sites to get sponsored.
Yeah.
They're making a major push for best ball this year.
Yeah.
Tyreek would be sick. Well,
so what do you guys think about doing like
the T Marvin, like the full on Arizona?
Or I was gonna say McBride and
Marvin.
You could reach on Marvin. McBride and Marvin.
I mean, I would rather do Marvin, but obviously T first.
Well, you're not going to get McBride then.
Yeah, I know. I said I'd rather do Marvin than McBride. But
I mean, we have no Burrow yet.
Zero
Burrow. On my account, at least. I don't know if you guys have taken him on any of the drafts I missed.
I think I only have 3 on mine. I'll look.
Yeah, this is where it's like you can do the push and try it to 70, or you just you take him because he's so valuable to our team at 48. We probably just push him. I think his ADP is like 62 now. So
I feel like there's enough badges in here that people wouldn't take him that early unstacked.
Yeah, I'm not worried. Like the ones next to us, but Furt and Furt worries me.
And the good something surgeon. The good surgeon. It's an interesting username.
All right. Let's see what running backs, or maybe we'll just go strictly another 0 RB type team.
Someone in the Instagram comments, 77_Cruz. He said, Corey's not here? Question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point. I'm out. Peace.
We used his face. We used his face and everything to promote it too.
Looks like we got a fan favorite.
Yeah. It's probably just someone he works with or something, I would guess.
Yeah, probably. It's all right. No love for the boys. That's okay.
No hard feelings.
I'll remember that.
Yeah. All right. Anyone done anything crazy yet?
No, it seems like it's a pretty standard.
Yeah.
So
no crazy reaches or falls.
Yeah, we're not getting our nightly like terrible drafters that we've gotten in some of these recent ones.
Yeah, this has to be one of the more badge heavy drafts we've done so far.
Have you guys been targeting anyone new this week?
Targeting.
I'll say my Christian Kirk exposure, I just realized, has gotten pretty heavy.
He's been getting some really nice reports out of camp. Like he is the safety net for Stroud.
Damn.
I mean, if he takes the Tank Dell role, like, why not? And he goes so late.
He does go very late.
Devonta Smith, Jalen Hurts stack. Just kidding.
I mean, if James Cook was there, I'd be fine with him. James Cook and...
I don't know if he's going to play.
What are you talking about?
Still hasn't signed. He showed up for minicamp.
If he showed up, I mean, I would say Cook and Devonta.
I feel like we've definitely taken more Pickens and Waddle than Devonta in this range. So
Yeah,
maybe get a little different.
And Buffalo plays Philly.
Perfect. Get our guy queued up after that. Hopefully no one's a shyster.
We'll see. No pun intended, huh?
Yeah, I mean, if that...
Yeah, a Joe Shiesty.
that show dropped today, so maybe someone's on the couch watching while drafting and...
Just getting hyped.
Yeah, I did watch a couple of episodes and was just like, let's fucking go, dude. I'm so ready. I mean, it's like the other seasons. It's entertaining. It's nice to have some football before football to watch. It's Goff, Burrow, and Cousins again. So it's a nice spread of, like, you got the vet, you got the Bengals basically fighting for their lives every week, and then the Lions just destroying everyone that they come across. Like, it's funny to look back on the season and just be like, all right, yeah, the Lions put up like 38 plus points on 90% of the teams they played.
Yep.
Just getting me amped for some Ben Johnson Bears.
There you go.
Bears are...
When does training camp start?
A week.
Well, it's different for every team.
Be really soon.
I think it's a week from now, or
I think it's
from Monday.
It's 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks. Maybe some rookies.
That I subscribed to your boy PB. What's his name? He just started his own like daily newsletter.
Oh, Justin Herzig.
Herzig, yeah. And at the bottom of the newsletter, he's always got, it's like the countdown to like training camp, opening night, and then like the actual season. And I think
every
it's a week.
A little different, but
is it a weekly one?
It's a daily.
It looks like the first team to start is the Chargers rookies report in 4 days.
Oh, wow.
On the 12th. Most teams are starting like the 22nd, but maybe the other half of teams start on the 15th. 15th or 18th. All right, so we'll focus on the Chargers then, I guess, for a few days.
Some early reports out of there.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Trey Harris, I love. I can't wait to see him like in rookie camp and just like preseason stuff. I'm like, he's one guy that I have pegged that I really am excited to watch.
I think it's really hard to get Ladd, and he's like,
it's hard to get him.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I feel like I just don't get him very much.
Oh, I draft him all the time.
Do you?
You definitely, it's like a back half of the first round.
Yeah.
Draft, like position, I mean.
Like 6 through 10, maybe?
Yeah.
Do you see how much A-Chain's rising? He's like at 14 now.
Yeah, he's about to be at the turn.
That was after the Jonnu trade.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right, so Burrow and Alvo Judkins. Alex, I think you were gone last time, but he took Montgomery, and I was very upset about it.
You were upset about it, so we won't take him this time.
Yep, that's fine.
I honestly almost have no Montgomery. I like DeAndre Swift way more. And, Judkins, I think, is a little bit riskier, but...
What's your reasoning why you would fade Montgomery completely over Judkins and Swift?
It's more about the ascension of Gibbs. Like I think last year he really solidified himself as like one of the premier running backs in the league.
I mean, I agree that
And
Gibbs will have a bigger role this year.
so I think there's a few smaller factors. I don't know if there's like one big one, but that I think, no Ben Johnson, the offense is going to look slightly different. And I think
Yeah.
I think the best thing about Ben Johnson is like his diversification and play calling. And I think that hurts Montgomery a lot because like, they were kind of using like the speed versus bruiser back mentality, whereas like these new coaches might, kind of limit him to maybe some more red zone, being more like the red zone guy, short yarded situations, and not like the true split backfield as much.
Yeah. I mean,
So I think that's like one risk. I don't know that that's going to play out. I mean, we obviously have to see, but I could see that being very plausible. And then, he's 28, so he'll start to slow down.
yeah, this is probably one of the last years I would be in on Montgomery, but I'm not like, I wouldn't say I'm like fully in or fully out. I'm just kind of
Yeah, I mean, unless Alvin
indifferent.
Kamara, who was throwing first pitches at the Cubs game the other day, makes his way to Chicago, like
I
That
don't
was
think.
interesting. That
I
was
think I think
interesting.
Swift is like the known bell cow. Like we could fight over who's going to be the backup, but like neither guy's really solidifying himself. Obviously, one's a rookie, but like to me, the narrative in Chicago running back room should be like DeAndre Swift is a no brainer.
No, I target both of them, but I guess
So
yeah.
so to me, it's like why would you take a running back who you know is going to be not the target leader in the same range? Like it to me, Montgomery's like not where he should be at all.
I would have been fully out on Montgomery if he was like where Kenneth Walker, Travion, Kamara,
Yeah,
that like that range. Yeah,
I think
fully
I
out.
think he should go after Pacheco.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I guess you might be convincing because where did he go last year? I'm trying to remember. I felt like he went maybe a little bit.
A little later, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Like a
so. He is.
round later, maybe.
Yeah, I think
Like
it was around.
situationally, he's worse off than ETN, but the same risk. Like everyone's worried about ETN losing market share to these rookies, and like here we know for a fact that Montgomery's not going to be the starter, and yet he's going 2 rounds above him.
Well,
So to
yeah, I
me,
think
that's like one of those places where we're just totally mispricing the market.
Do we want to go Kyler here?
yeah. Even though I don't
You're up
really
QB.
usually like to go with double quarterback from the same game, I'm fine with it. And then Jalen Warren maybe.
Yeah, or ETN. I'm good with that.
Yeah. Now we're
Like
done.
the last game of the year is Arizona Cincy,
Yeah,
week 18.
Could be
17.
a fun one.
18.
Let's hope it is.
We'll need it.
Yeah.
I think that's a great QB combo, though. Burrow, Kyler.
Yeah, I mean for a two quarterback team, it's yeah, you're done after those two.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I feel like we haven't built a team, maybe one, but
Yeah.
not often have we done two fairly elite. Not like the top guys, but right there.
Yeah,
Two.
like this is the start of like the big quarterback window where
Yeah.
it's like you have it's like Burrow in his own round, yeah, Mahomes, Kyler, and then it's just like just do all in a
Yeah.
row from like 9 to 10.
Yeah.
But yeah, it lines us up for taking 3 late tight ends, which we like.
Yeah. And we got 4 stud receivers and 3 really solid running backs. Nice rounded out squad so far.
Yeah.
We could even do 4 tight ends depending on what we get.
Yeah, I think if you go 4, it should be like literally
The last
4 rounds. But
Yeah.
I still don't like to do that usually. I'm way more open to it on DraftKings, but not on Underdog.
Yeah.
What?
Damn.
Here's a little trivia question for you guys.
Okay.
What tight end last year had the most, or had the highest missed tackle rate, or like forced missed tackle rate?
Missed tackles.
Yeah, like he was dodging people. Which tight end do you think did that the most?
I gotta think through. It's Kelsey, Andrews. Not Kelsey, not Andrews.
Not Hawk.
I mean, Bowers is probably up there, but he's obviously not the answer because that would be too obvious.
Yeah, Bowers and Laporta are
Way too obvious.
bruiser.
Um,
I don't
could
think.
be likely, but I don't know. Likely is a
Nope.
little.
I don't.
NFC?
Jonnu?
Joker.
No.
Wait, you said Tennessee?
NFC?
NFC.
Oh, it's probably something wild like Kyle Pitts.
Nope. Jake Ferguson.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, I like Jake first. Charbonnet?
Charbonnet
Kirk.
and Kirk.
Kirk, yeah. Kirk is definitely, there's a tier break after.
Man, this team is stacked.
Yeah, this is a good team.
This is a good
This is
team.
one of my favorite teams.
Yeah.
Chase T.
Yeah, I feel like,
stack.
especially
Marvin.
from the one spot, I feel like the one spot either like if you're at either side of the turn, you either stuff falls your way the right way or you get
screwed. Like
completely screwed.
if we didn't get Burrow on this team looks so much
Dead.
worse.
It's dead.
Yeah.
Because there's so many teams out there that do have that.
Right. Yeah, this team
So you're just never gonna compete.
Okay. So yeah, we have 5 solid receivers, 4 great solid running back. Charbonnet has kind of that. I think he's gonna have a role even with Walker being healthy, but if Walker ever went down, I mean, we saw what Charbonnet did last year.
Yeah.
And
Walker's always missing a few games.
I was going to say, I don't know if he's played a full season.
Yeah. So you get at least 3 games, him as the starter. And it kind of pairs well with Jalen Warren because I think Warren's going to start out the year being more of the bell cow. And that'll give
Judkins we have too.
Yeah.
Judkins,
I'm interested to see. I think everyone forgot about Jerome Ford.
I mean, I didn't forget about him, but I could see him he gets like the week 1 first snap, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, Jerome Ford."
Yeah,
but I think he's the type where he's getting phased out as the year goes.
Yeah,
he's not going to be able to withstand Judkins and Dylan Sampson.
Yeah, everyone forgets how good Dylan Sampson was.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's so much. Both those guys are so much more talented than Ford.
Yeah. I mean, he did pretty solid.
Yeah, he was
better than I thought he was going to do.
Yeah. Just shows you how important an O-line is to the run game.
Yeah. Our offensive line's so bad. We used to be so – honestly, once we lost Brian Callahan, it was all downhill.
Yeah.
He made all the difference. But they're moving back to that scheme this year, the West Coast zone run.
Are they?
Yeah. They obviously tried to recreate some sort of new offense with Ken Dorsey and Deshaun Watson to do a spread, more of a spread college style. And we have a bunch of zone blocking linemen.
Yeah.
That just were so out of place.
Who do you think that benefits the most?
Well, I think we're going to get back to Cleveland football, heavy run game.
Right. Slow pace.
Yeah, a lot of play action, which Joe Flacco is great at.
Yeah.
Tried to tell you when he was I wonder what the odds are now, but it was plus 1,100 for him to start week 1 after the draft. Yeah, it was crazy. He was the lowest odds on the team
Yeah.
to start week 1 after the draft.
Yeah, that seems in hindsight that does seem like I mean, he obviously probably plays better than all of them right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think the first 7 games we have such a gauntlet. If you put a rookie or I'm not very confident in Kenny Pickett, but I think if
Why
you put
not?
either of the rookies out there, like, you're just not giving them any chance, and it's like,
Oh,
bros.
shoot. I
Browns
mean,
are like, "Oh, we keep browsing."
I would say Kincaid should be one of them for our first tight end, and then I would say Tootin is a nice value or Garendo. I'm fine with either.
I like Algier, but I'd go Garendo before.
Over Tootin at the value.
Yeah, I guess take the value. That's a pretty big drop off.
Around.
Yeah, just to get different.
Yeah, I mean Tootin, his athleticism could definitely come through and shine. Now, I think he's gonna have to work on like pass protection though, pretty heavily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
End of the year guy for me.
Yeah, I think if we with one more running back pick, it should be more of a like can contribute earlier on because we do have
Like a
we have
Jalen Wright.
oh yeah well I mean will Jalen Wright be there? What's up, Ben?
He might
Just someone because we have Sharp, we have Judkins and Tootin already, so 2 rookies. Then
you could
Charbonnet,
do like
like
Ray Davis. I
we
guess
have.
we have James Cook.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, someone if Jalen Wright was there, but I doubt he'll be there. That would be a perfect pick. Or
Should be.
something uglier, like I mean, there's like, I mean, do you think Rico Dowdle? I think he's gonna have like at least a role.
No.
You don't think so? What about?
I'm pretty against your Chuba Hubbard fade, honestly.
It's just too good of a range of receiver. Look, go to the draft board. Tell me how a receiver, like when you look back at like advance rates and like what player like just had a boom year that
Oh yeah. Like
That
where he's
yeah,
drafting, I get it,
Yeah.
but I don't
like
think he's
how
gonna be
does one
terrible.
of Devonta Smith, Pickens, Jalen Waddle, Zay Flowers, Ridley, Rome, I guess Intro Travis, like how does one of those receivers not just way outperform someone like
That's one
Chuba
of
Hubbard?
that's probably my favorite round of receiver.
Yeah, and then
Oh, yeah.
even like I take Kenneth Walker over Hubbard.
Yeah.
I just Hubbard. I just don't think it's a good click. That's like he's like when you think of like the dead zone of running backs. To me, he fits like a perfect example of a dead zone running back.
Depends on what your team looks like though.
I think you should always be targeting a receiver in that range. I have no clue how one of those receivers in that
I
round
mean, if you
4 to
go 4 receivers to start or something, like
maybe you shouldn't do that. I don't know. You have to get a receiver in that range. I think.
I never do that, but
Jalen Wright's still there. Please make it to us. Otherwise, Hunter Henry, Jalen McMillan. I do like
Jalen
Demario.
McMillan, gross. I like Demario
Demario?
Douglas way
Okay.
more.
Braylon Allen, I guess, is a guy that could have a role week 1.
Yeah.
So if Jalen, oh come on,
He had like 2 good games and like did nothing the rest of the year though.
let's go.
Oh,
That
all
was
right.
a-
So right.
Or do you
and-
want to get Gesicki instead of Hunter Henry? Obviously Jalen Wright.
oh yeah, Jalen Wright, and then either maybe Demario or Gesicki.
I'm
Yeah, I
good
guess.
with Douglas. I think this is like the last of the
Oh, like for receiver.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess there's a tier break.
until like the last round. And you could
Yeah.
take a flyer on like a Trey Tucker or something, but
Yeah, and I guess at this point, tight ends is just like they're all
they're all the
starters.
same to
Now.
me.
Yeah,
They're all
Like it's all the
starters.
same tier.
flattens out.
Yeah, I'd much rather have like Demario and Jawan Johnson or like
Chig.
Chig than
I was just looking at my
Gesicki
exposure to
and
Chig because
some random receiver.
I've been clicking him like crazy.
Who?
Chig, he's now
Oh,
my second highest owned tight end. He overtook Evan Ingram.
Got faith in Cam Ward.
I think he'll be decent.
I think he'll be all right.
Yeah.
that's why I love Ridley too. I mean, he had who did he have to work with? And he's had. I mean, I pulled up his stats last time when Corey got all upset.
It's just because everyone else is getting their franchise QBs and he's stuck with Danny Dimes.
But yeah, I mean, he leaves Atlanta and then so he obviously had that big 2020 with like 1,400 yards and like almost 10 touchdowns. Then they think he was injured in 2021. Then he was suspended 2022. Then he goes to Jacksonville, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Goes to Tennessee with Will Levis, 1,000 yards, only 4 touchdowns. But like, I can't
Will Levis.
imagine like with Cam Ward, he's gonna do worse than that. He's gonna have 1,000 yards and probably 6, 7 plus touchdowns.
Yeah. I think if you could find their number 2 receiver, it'll be a great pick.
Yeah, I agree, and it's Lockett early on probably, but I think later it's Iomanor.
Lockett looked pretty bad last year.
I know, but as the vet, like they trade, like he's
Yeah.
probably gonna start as like the wide receiver too. He's better in like maybe like a contest like the Eliminator than in Ball Mania.
Yeah. I'll agree with you on that.
Yep. But with our team, I'm trying to think. I mean, we could do the triple receiver stack, but get Yoshavas. But I mean, Gesicki's still there.
Maybe we get some Darren Waller.
No, let's not ruin this team.
That's crazy. He's already at 188.
Is he at 188? Oh my gosh.
That's so nutty.
Wild.
That's crazy.
Out of retirement.
How do you take
180 from undrafted to the 16th round in a week?
Crazy, right?
That's crazy.
What other tight ends are left?
I mean, Michael Wilson, if he's there, is a no-brainer with Kyler.
Yep.
And he's one of my highest drafted guys. I mean, wide receiver 2.
How did he do last year?
Did decent.
He's had 2 pretty solid years.
Damn. So we need 2 more tight ends and a receiver. I mean, did you go Dalton Schultz maybe?
Dalton Schultz.
I think maybe we go Schultz and Slayton. I'm fine with, I guess, Slayton or Keenan Allen. Nick, what do you say?
Not Slayton.
So you'd go Keenan? Or Hopkins?
I'd probably go Hopkins.
Okay. What do you prefer, Alex?
Or another tight end.
Yeah, but we can wait till
you could just take a
Hopkins.
Flyer. Yeah, I don't know. Hopkins had that knee injury. Like,
I think they're gonna use him though. Like,
yeah,
I think he could be just more of like a touchdown machine this year.
It feels good knowing that you get a veteran with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I mean,
Mahomes.
What week did he get dealt to the Chiefs? It was late. Like, real late.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like he had that and like his...
Like, obviously he didn't do
right.
anything with Mahomes, but it was late.
Yeah, I don't really.
I don't
And
know
they
that
just they spread that ball around, and
yeah. Yeah, maybe he
Mahomes
steals some of those Mark Andrews red zone looks.
that's exactly what I think he does. I think he takes some of those. I think he takes touchdowns away.
Yeah, Mark Andrews is kind of in a hot seat.
Yep,
Likely's on the rise. Hopkins. I think Bateman took a big step forward last year.
he did, and I liked him coming out of college. So yeah,
Yep.
he finally had kind of a breakout year, and he just got paid. So yeah, I think Mark Andrews, the age, I think he could be the one that regresses really hard, especially in the touchdown department.
He could also
Back to the
just be like
mean.
regular Mark Andrews and be a top 5 tight end too.
I mean, he could, but I lean on the other side of that.
Yeah.
Someone took Shadur.
Touchdown to send him to the Super. Say who's regressing though.
Say that I couldn't hear you cut out.
Oh, I said if he caught that touchdown to beat the Bills, do you think we're having?
No, I don't think we're having this conversation.
You just keep freezing in the most hilarious frames.
Always gives out once a show, right?
Yeah, usually we consider that like maybe ignore the take and move on.
It's the universe. The universe is speaking.
It's like
Usually you're like, thank God he froze.
no, I think obviously if he catches that touchdown and they like go on to win a Super Bowl, yeah, his ADP is probably higher because just
Right?
that's the last thing people
Yeah.
remember. But then if his ADP was higher than what it was, I'd like for sure be way more out on him. Like if he was going like where Laporta's going, I'd be
Oh my God.
pretty out on him.
Hard pass. If we can barely get to Laporta at his ADP.
Yeah, I like Laporta. I do take Laporta. I like some of the comments that Amon-Ra said, which he he was asked about like a guy that he thinks going to have a really solid year, and he did say Laporta. So Rabona King. I personally am maxing BBM. I like to max the flagship contest across the sites. So yeah, I plan
I don't
to.
think I'll get there. I'm playing a lot of the smaller tournaments. But
Who do we
I'll
want to
probably
go
get
with? Send us out.
Oh, a tight end. So I don't know, Theo Ferguson, one of those two probably.
No
Either.
Michael Mayer love.
I mean,
Too late.
yeah. I mean, we can mix up the last rounds. I don't think you want like always go Mayer. Always like just mix it up. And Corey, that one's Theo's for Corey.
yeah.
Yeah. True.
Corey is always talking about Theo.
All right. Got a nice little Burrow falling to our double stack at the 1-1. Jamar and T. Kyler with beefed up MHJ. Solid running back room.
Yes.
A little bit of a run back. Smith. Nice receiving room. I really like this team. This is one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's a very, very good team. Very correlated. Rabona has a question here. Real news. I need to know who RB1. That's the news you're looking for. RB1 in Jacksonville. I mean,
Training
I'm a
camp
big
started.
ETN guy.
ETN, but I'm gonna say ETN, but by the end of the season, the guy that puts up more points when it matters is Tootin. So yeah, that's I guess so. If you were going like super zero RB and like you like you're getting your RB2, RB3, and the ETNs there, I would go him to get those early season points and add the late season guys like maybe like a Trey Benson later for those late season points. But if I had like 2 or 3 solid running backs already, I would definitely go Tootin over Etienne. And then when do you think we finally hear real news? When training camp starts? Like that's is getting. But wait, what? Do you have some? Wait, is this a hint at like that you have some insider info? I need to know this, Rabona.
We need to hear the real news.
Yeah, we do have some news for us. Is ETN getting cut?
So what would that mean for Tank then?
That would make Tank a great pick.
Right?
He would be like the bruiser type back between the 20s. And Tootin would be like, hopefully he can improve his pass protection, but like more of a pass catching back and like that
Bucky roll almost.
Shifty guy. But yeah, I mean like home run hitter, that's the kind of guy Tootin is. But stay tuned. He said ETN is getting cut. That is quite a bold claim there.
We shall see.
I need at least one response. Come on, don't just leave us hanging here. And other news, I mean, I thought that was him. So maybe as early as tomorrow, there could be some bombshell that.
It's an interesting word to use.
Yeah, PV.
A little insensitive.
There might be some fireworks in the news tomorrow.
There you go.
Cohen wants Tootin as Bucky and Tank as his White. Okay. What are you a Jags fan? Like, are you just like really in tune with what's going on with the Jags?
Seems like it.
Cohen being there though, like,
yeah,
that's an upgrade. Like the Jags offense,
huge upgrade.
Could be cooking.
They should be.
Yeah. I don't know. There was those early press conferences with Cohen where
those are awesome.
Sirianni-esque.
You know that every time the Jags win this year, that clip of him going Duval every week that they win, someone's posting that, and it'll just be on repeat. Did Cohen I'm actually curious because I do follow the coach speak, and I'm trying to remember if I saw him say something like that, but I doubt
he definitely said that he like hinted at Tootin needing to improve his pass pro.
Yes, that's why I knew that because I did see that. And that was telling because like as a rookie, like if you're not pass protecting, you're and especially if you're more of like a third down back, like home run hitter type, like
it seems like a lot of just because of the college game being so much different than the pros, a lot of these rookie running backs don't have pass pro like built into their game.
Okay, this is interesting.
The all caps is very, very.
I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna type in Rabona King on Google and see if it's just like Jags like worker, like on LinkedIn or something. Interesting. Well, I will be sure to keep that in mind if ETN does in fact get cut for Bona. That you will be the insider for the Jags.
Now I don't know if he's fucking with us or not.
He probably is just like a hardcore Jags fan.
Yeah.
Like has a bold take that ETN's getting cut.
I mean, there was the fact that they drafted Tootin, and there was already some rumblings last year of like Tank kind of taking over.
Yeah.
And them being not as happy with ETN last year as they were the year before. New coaching scheme.
Yeah. I mean, there was some of that smoke about them not being as into ETN, but then of course they came out and said, no, that's all baloney.
Yeah.
So who knows? But
we'll be watching.
Tuned. We'll be monitoring.
We will stay tuned.
All right. That'll do it for tonight's stream. We'll be back Thursday hopefully all 4 of us can be on that one. So please leave a like, subscribe, and we will see you